Hi everyone. Do you remember the stems that we've learnt? We've learnt about herbaceous stems and we've learnt about woody stems. Did you see how many woody stems you have in your garden? I wonder if you noticed something interesting about the woody stems. Let's look at them more today and you'll see. Come closer. Here I have a hard woody stem that I found in my garden. This has been one of the branches that we cut off our trees. We know that the leaves need water to make their food, and we know that the stem carries the water which has been collected by the roots up to the leaves. This is done through tubes inside the woody stem. Can you see here the woody stem has got a hard covering? We call this bark, and the bark protects the tree or these tubes inside from the weather and from animals that like to take little bites of them. This protective layer, as we said, is called bark. In some plants, the tubes inside are arranged in rings. Look at this picture, and you can see that here. Every year, the plant adds another ring to the stem, and that is how we can tell how old a tree is, by how many rings it has. As the tree grows, all the tubes in the center become hard and they die. And it's the hardened center that becomes the wood. This wood is strong, but also elastic, so that in a windstorm, the tree will sway and not break. The vital tubes that are on the inside of the bark are two kinds. One sends water up to the leaves, and the other carries food down to the rest of the plant from the leaves. Tubes that carry food are found just inside the bark, and we call them phloem. This comes from the Greek word phlos, which means bark. The other tubes are called xylem, and this also comes from a Greek word, xylon, which means wood. Xylem tubes are found in the innermost part, close to the wood, and carry water from the roots to the leaves. Remember, the phloem carries the food from the leaves to the root. The xylem tubes are protected by its innermost position. If an animal eats the stem of the plant, it will eat the phloem, leaving the xylem untouched so that the plant can continue making food from the water carried up from the roots. If the xylem is eaten, then the plant has no way to make its food. In between the phloem and the xylem, there is a little area called the Cambrian. Cambrium comes from the Latin word cambiare, which means to exchange. The tissue of the cambrium can become either wood or bark. These are the three things that make up the living part of a woody stem: the xylem, the phloem, and the cambium. These tubes are microscopic, so we can't actually see them. If you looked through a microscope, like this picture, you could see these little tubes.